Staying connected. Coming to see Miss Michelle Prettyard. Young lady from Cleveland. Been through a lot. A lot. What's happening,
Hey,
Shell?
Brother Des.
How are you? Oh, look at the little one.
That's Prince.
Prince, hey Prince.
Say hi.
Say hi, Prince.
Say hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing good. How
Good
you
to see
doing?
Can I sit right here?
Yeah, have a seat.
I'm gonna pause this real fast so we can get comfortable. Well, again, I already did the connected thing. Hi, Michelle. I want you to let everybody know who you are. I already told them your name, but you tell them your name, where you from. You ain't gotta give your age, you know that. It's up to you.
Yeah, hi, Brother Des. My name is Michelle. I'm 59 years old. I'm not from Columbus, but that's where I live at. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio.
Okay.
And my story is a little different because I've been clean for 25 years.
25 years.
Yes.
First of all, let me acknowledge you're 59. We're gonna call that 55. Okay, because you're taking care of yourself. No matter what you've been through, you ain't wearing it.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So what was your choice of drug?
My choice of drug back when I first started getting home, it wasn't crack, it was freebasing.
Freebase is different. A lot of these younger people don't understand freebase versus, doing
Well, freebasing was like an art. And it was basically getting the cocaine and turning it into a form of a rock. But back then in the 90s, it was called freebasing, and
Gotcha.
it was like supposed to be so I thought, a sexy drug. And
it was a stuck drug.
it was terrible. It really.
How'd you get started? What opened that door up?
How I got started was I was about 22 and I was working at a chicken restaurant, and my supervisor was an attractive guy, and he hit on me. And when he hit on me, shortly came the introduction of the whole cocaine.
Wait a minute. Did y'all hang out prior to this conversation? Is that something you picked up down the line, or was that y'all's first conversation?
Well, it was like he came over my house. We would talk and stuff like that at work.
So there was some time before.
Yeah, there was, but just a little bit of time.
Gotcha.
It was like gaining my trust.
Right.
And I was young. I wasn't nothing but 22 years old. And he gained my trust. And I can remember, like yesterday, him coming over my house once he had closed the restaurant. And he said, "Look, I got something to show you." And he had a bag. And he took this bag out. And he had all types of equipment.
Gotcha. Paraphernalia. Okay.
Is what he had. And I think that he really enjoyed the whole process of cooking the dough, cutting the dough, and seeing how a person responds.
Right.
And I can remember watching him do this whole process. I never knew anything about drugs. I went to Catholic school and I had a baby at a young age, but I never was exposed to anybody that actually did cocaine.
Right. So it was new to you.
It was very new to me.
Gotcha.
And when he showed me the whole process of turning it from powder to the rock form, that was very intriguing to me.
Gotcha.
And then once he gave me my first hit, off and running.
Yeah, your body start asking for it.
Off and running, yeah. And he was my supplier because at that time I wasn't purchasing dope. He was just coming to my house and he got this good dope and I'm getting good and high. And I'm enjoying myself. It's fun.
Yeah. And there's favors with that too, right?
Right.
Sexual favors.
Yeah, there's sexual favors. There's all types of favors that come
other
in.
things and people and jury and other things that make you look like this is it. Made it look real good.
Made it look real exciting.
Yeah. Well, go ahead.
I started with getting high and exploring the drug with him, and then me and him started parting ways. We started having disagreements about certain things, and we parted ways. Well, when we parted ways, I feel like crack, cocaine, any type of substance that you're putting in your body, it's a demon inside of you.
Yeah.
It's just a demon.
Yeah.
And when you wake up that demon, you waking up a monster.
And they call it the mood swings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You didn't know what that was then, though.
No, I
You
didn't.
didn't know what that was. You
No,
just
I
had the
didn't.
action and the ignorance and
Right.
the stuff.
Yeah, I had only gotten high with him.
Yeah.
And once we parted ways, then I decided I can go out and buy my own dope. Well, going out buying my own, I started meeting a lot of men. And I started realizing that if I didn't have any money, I could still get high.
Right. Because you're who you are.
Right.
You're one.
And that's how my drug addiction started.
Because that when you start realizing that you don't need no money, you can use your swag and what you got to get what you need.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I did.
So how did you use it? Did you use it in a soliciting way, or did you use it in a let's make some money way, or both ways?
Both ways.
Okay.
But the thing about drugs is drugs holds a lot of secrets. Well, I'm good at holding secrets.
So that was your
me
buddy.
talking to you right now
Yeah.
is very therapeutic, and I hope that my story can help somebody else.
Yeah. And it
But it's still a secret to this day.
Yeah.
I've been living in Columbus for 25 years, and nobody knows my secret.
So I'm the first person that you sat down and opened this up with.
Exactly.
And you know what? And I don't want to cut you off because I do got my viewers that's watching too. I appreciate that for one, and I'm honored. But I know there's a lot of things in the future we got to talk about because you were on the news last couple of years, and we'll get down to that later because there's so much more of your journey to get to that.
Yes.
But I'm glad that you took the time to take the time out to feel trusted with me. That means Brother Dez must really be staying connected.
Well, I appreciate it because this is a weight that I've been holding. I've been here for 25 years.
So
and nobody knows. So it's going to be a surprise to a lot of people.
Yeah.
But in order for me to get what I need out of it, I got to let these lies and hiding behind.
That's right.
I don't want to tell nobody, and I don't want nobody to know because this is my journey.
Yeah, absolutely. You have front row seat.
Exactly.
You have front row seat. And see, friends and family, all they want to do is turn their back and remind you where you were anyway.
Exactly.
So you get it off, and you just make your duffel bag that much more lighter, so you can continue to be a mother
Yes.
and do everything else that you got to do for you.
Yes.
So
a
we ain't worried
mother.
about what nobody else think. A lot of people holding things in their vault.
Yeah.
Some people run around with their own gift in their back pocket and won't even use their talents. So let's be transparent, sister.
Thank you.
Let's be
I
transparent.
appreciate this journey that we get ready to go on because
Absolutely.
I got some stories to tell.
And we want to hear them. So now let me ask you something. When you and him separated, and you got out there by yourself and started making your moves, do you think that the drugs had more of you then, or were you chasing something else different after the drugs? Meaning, I want this money, I want a certain type of guy, or did the drugs take you down?
Well, it started off as look at me, and I'm a new face in the area. And the guys were like, hey, I got what you need. You called me. It was so exciting.
Everybody wanted to hook you up.
Exactly. And then I started realizing, well, if I don't have no money, I could call such and such. And one favor to the next. And that's how the soliciting my body started.
Yeah.
And it was a secret because I was hiding my drug use. People, like family members, could see because of the drastic weight loss.
Yeah.
You know,
Couldn't hide it.
I couldn't hide it. But the thing about my drug addiction is that I would go out in the streets with it.
You wouldn't bring it home. Okay.
Well, it started like that, but as the monster started getting bigger and bigger, I started doing things that I would have never, under any other circumstance, did.
Right.
And that's because of the drug addiction.
The monster start building up.
Yes. And
And people don't realize that. Let's stop right there for a second and explain that monster. What people don't understand is that monster is, you know what drugs is going to do to you. You know what you shouldn't do, but your body start asking for it, and that's that monster. And there's numerous of triggers that can make you ask for it: money, boredom, seeing it, and so many other things.
Bad relationships, triggers. And just the stress of everyday life. And I truly feel like that monster, he's still in me, but he's dormant. Right. He's been dormant for many years. And I had to, not only that, I had to remove myself from people, places, and things.
Is that why you say you shelter yourself a lot?
Yes.
And spend a lot of time at home?
Yes.
Okay. I know that's one of the things. We're going to get in the future, the other stuff, you know what I mean? But because what people don't understand, it is bigger than, you've dealt with something way bigger than drugs. See, people see this story right here and be like, oh my gosh, you've been through a lot and you got more to tell. But they don't know, unless they know you and have seen you before. You understand what I'm saying? You dealt with something bigger than that. But I want to go back to that shelter part. Because you're now starting to come out of your shell a little more. You are. I see it. I've seen you out. I met you out. And you're opening your doors up. And doing this right here now is going to be a big exhale for you.
Yeah.
It's going to make you laugh.
I gave this a lot of thought because once you put this footage out there, it's out there. It's no taking it back.
Absolutely.
And this is my journey. Yeah. And even though I've hit it, and when I say I've hit it, I've never, people will be like, well, how did you ended up moving to Columbus? And it'd just be a lie off of the top of my head because I don't want to tell you that I was in Marysville and that I knew I could not go back to Cleveland, Ohio. I knew I couldn't go back.
You gave them enough to end the conversation.
Yeah.
And a day you just getting it out your duffel bag.
Yeah.
You're going to feel lighter too.
Yeah, I'm already starting to feel lighter.
You're going to see it in your whole body language.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I'm consistent.
Yes. And I appreciate that, Brother Des, because it's taken me a long time to even open up enough to trust somebody to share my story. I sit back sometimes and I could just be sitting on my front porch and I could tell you who's using, walking down the street.
You can just tell.
I could look, there's a couple young ladies, well they're much older women, but I see them walking up and down the streets.
You know, and you know what's happening.
Yeah, I know what's happening.
You know the walk.
Yeah, I know the walk.
Yeah.
And all I could do really is just say a silent prayer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So
because you can't save nobody. A person has to want to save themselves.
That's right, bottom line. So was that you one day in Cleveland? Or a few? Was that you for a while?
Yeah, not by appearance. See, I learned...
What I mean is walking up those streets.
Yeah, walking up the streets.
Those late nights.
Late nights. Oh, I was good for that. Yeah, if I wanted to get high, I had no problem leaving out my house, getting myself all fixed up, and doing whatever I had to do to be able to get and it's actually sad and it's scary because I've put myself in some very bad positions. And if it wasn't for somebody praying for me, my mother is a strong prayer warrior.
Right.
I know that if it wasn't for them prayers, if it wasn't for the street sense, if it wasn't just because I'm a blessed person, it's situations that I'm not even supposed to be here.
Yeah. Did you have both your parents growing up?
Well, I had my mom and I have a dad who raised me.
So your father raised you.
Yeah, my father raised me. But like I said, I was very sneaky. I got pregnant at age of 15 years old, and I was going to private school. So I've always known how to keep secrets real good. Always known that your appearance, my appearance, is what's going to make things happen for me, what's going to open up doors for me. So, like, some people might just wake up and decide to go get high. No, I was going to get myself cleaned up, freshened up, and then I could be out in the streets for a couple of days. Because once you get started and you have people feeding that monster, you know, you don't have no, time is no big deal.
No big deal.
No big deal.
Until you're done.
Yeah, until you're done. And then by that time, you're so tired, all you can do is pass out, sleep. You're in a crack coma
What's the longest you stayed up getting high?
A week.
A week?
A whole week. Can you imagine?
Walking Dead. How'd that look for you?
Ooh, it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough. I can remember.
And that came with everything: smoking, drinking, sexing, all that, right?
Everything. It was a constant
and not
party.
enough eating, huh?
No, not enough eating, because the drug killed my appetite. When I first started getting high, I weighed like maybe 135, 40, because you got to remember, you know, when you get older, weight holds on to you longer. So I was about 135, 140. By the time it was said and done, I was lucky if I was 90 pounds.
Wow.
No appetite whatsoever.
Right.
And I would put on clothes and be like, oh my goodness, this is so big, you know? But then I had men who I would go to their house, they would take me shopping, buy me some clothes that fit. Well, it's one hand washing the other. And this was my life for many, many of years. That's why I say if I could stop getting high, anybody could do it. You just have to want it.
My God, go ahead, give it to him.
You have to want it.
Give it to him.
And you can't do it for nobody else. You can't do it for your husband, your boyfriend, your mom, your dad, even your kids.
That's right.
It got to be something that comes from inside of you. And you say, you know what? I'm tired of living like this. I'm tired of being tired. And I'm going to make a change.
Yeah.
And when you make that change, you have to change not only the people you associating with, but the places.
The places.
In Cleveland, I knew everywhere to go to get high.
But when you got here, you knew it wasn't going to find you unless you went looking for it.
Exactly.
And you have it.
Exactly.
And you have it. And listen, and, you know, we're going to break this down. Like I said, this is Michelle's first chapter. We're going to ride this out because we got a lot to talk about. We got a lot going on.
I got a lot to talk about.
And I told y'all we're going to drain you in each segment, but I do want to say this right here, and I love your Army fatigue. Get up. You got the shoes all the way from that to the top. And just within saying that, straight from my heart, we may not be in the same army going through all this mess that we're going through, but we all in the same war.
Yes.
And you're a soldier, sister.
Thank you, Brother Dez. I appreciate that.
And I appreciate you being transferred, sit down today. And we're going to do the same thing again, next week?
Yes.
And we're going to get on the second chapter. And keep going.
I'm ready for this journey.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you to give anything positive because we got a second chapter of this, okay? We'll do that next time. But y'all hear this from Sister Michelle. We'll be back. Let's go.